None. But if I'm reading this correctly, the intruders are taking them.
You know what's even trickier than surviving a mission out in the depths of space? Trying to get all your starships aligned just right to kickstart production on Star Trek IV? The last time we caught up with Captain Kirk and Spock was back in 2016 in Star Trek Beyond. Since then, updates on their next escapade have been as sporadic as meteor showers, with talk of spin-offs and prequels popping up here and there. So, here's the lowdown on everything we've managed to piece together about Star Trek IV so far. With news of a fresh screenwriter working on what's being touted as the final chapter for the crew of the Starship Enterprise, led by none other than Chris Pine as Captain Kirk. It's been a whopping 8 years since we last saw them on the big screen in Star Trek Beyond, making this the longest stretch without a Star Trek movie since the franchise launched into film orbit with Star Trek the Motion Picture back in 1979. According to a recent Variety cover story diving into the Star Trek universe, there's a glimmer of hope for fans eagerly awaiting the next installment. Steve Yockey, known for his work on The Flight Attendant, has been tasked with penning the new script, potentially paving the way for J.J. Abrams' alternate Kelvin timeline crew to reunite on screen. But it hasn't been smooth sailing getting here. Star Trek IV has had its fair share of setbacks, with several filmmakers stepping in and then stepping out due to creative differences. Heavyweights like Quentin Tarantino and Noah Hawley were among those who took a swing at it but ultimately parted ways. Variety's report sheds light on the tumultuous journey of Star Trek IV's development, from scrapped ideas like a reunion between Pine's Kirk and his on-screen father played by Chris Hemsworth, to Tarantino's flirtation with a gangster-themed Trek flick, and Hawley's abandoned project with a fresh cast. Even Matt Shakman, initially set to direct a film with Abrams' 2009 crew, jumped ship for a Marvel project after the cast hadn't even been approached. Meanwhile, there's a buzz about another Trek project, an origin story spanning the entire Star Trek timeline, written by Seth Grahame-Smith and helmed by Toby Haynes. If all goes according to plan, this origin tale could hit theaters before Star Trek IV, though fans are eagerly awaiting the return of Pine's Captain Kirk and the iconic Starship Enterprise crew. With that being said, let's dive into the latest scoop from the Star Trek universe. The franchise has just unveiled a treasure trove of juicy details about upcoming projects like Star Trek Section 31, Season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and much more. As we bid adieu to Star Trek Discovery in 2024 and grapple with concerns surrounding a potential Paramount merger, it's a relief to learn that the future of the Star Trek franchise is looking exceptionally promising. Key players like Alex Kurtzman and Gene Roddenberry Jr. have spilled the beans in a brand new interview, offering tantalizing insights into the next phase of Star Trek. In a Variety feature titled The Future of Star Trek, From Starfleet Academy to New Movies and Michelle Yeoh, Adam B. Vary engages in conversation with various pivotal figures from the Star Trek TV and movie realms. Through discussions with stars like Anson Mount, Ethan Peck, and Michelle Yeoh, Vary uncovers exclusive tidbits about what's in store for fans in the coming years, both on the small screen and in theaters. It's an exciting time to be a Trekkie, with a galaxy of new adventures awaiting exploration. The first glimpse of Star Trek Section 31 has been unveiled, featuring the return of Michelle Yeoh as Emperor Philippa Georgiou. In the released image, Georgiou is seen engaging with a mysterious character sporting a striking metal mohawk and cybernetic augmentations. The scene hints at intriguing interactions to come, leaving fans eagerly anticipating more details about this enigmatic figure and their role in the movie. While the exact identity of the metal mohawked character remains shrouded in mystery, it's clear that Michelle Yeoh is back in action as Georgiou, donning her signature black leathers. With filming wrapped up, attention now shifts to the post-production phase before the movie's eventual release on Paramount+. The image serves as a tantalizing tease, offering a glimpse into the secretive world of Section 31 and the adventures that lie ahead for Yeoh's character. But that's not all. Variety's report also reveals an unexpected twist. Georgiou will be teaming up with a young Rachel Garrett, portrayed by Casey Roll. This revelation sheds light on previously undisclosed aspects of the film's storyline, hinting at a deeper exploration of Section 31's mysteries. Garrett, known for her role as the future captain of the USS Enterprise C, brings a new dimension to the narrative with her presence. Furthermore, Rachel Garrett's inclusion in the movie may offer clues about its placement in the Star Trek timeline. Given Garrett's background as a Starfleet officer in the early to mid-24th century, her involvement suggests that the events of Star Trek Section 31 unfolded during this period. This detail adds another layer of intrigue to the movie's plot, fueling speculation about Georgiou's journey and the mysteries she'll unravel along the way. Michelle Yeoh, who plays Emperor Georgiou in Star Trek Section 31, offers an intriguing glimpse into the movie's vibe, likening it to Mission Impossible in space. It's a catchy elevator pitch that sets the stage for an action-packed adventure reminiscent of the thrilling globe-trotting escapades seen in the Mission Impossible films, guided by the creative vision of Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie. With Yeoh's love for her character evident, fans can expect an exhilarating ride as Georgiou navigates the complexities of the Star Trek universe. Writer Craig Sweeney echoes this sentiment, emphasizing that Star Trek Section 31 isn't aiming for the subtle intrigue of a John le Carré novel. Instead, it focuses on the operatives at the forefront, operating in the field and tackling challenges head-on. During a visit to the set, Variety's Adam B. Very observes Michelle Yeoh preparing for a scene set in an alien nightclub, a location that promises to add an extra layer of excitement to the film. While the Star Trek universe is no stranger to diverse locales, the inclusion of Section 31 suggests a grittier atmosphere where Georgiou and her cohorts navigate murky waters. And with classic Star Trek aliens populating the club, it's clear that this is no ordinary establishment. It's a hub where the galaxy's power players converge, providing the perfect backdrop for Section 31's covert operations. Jonathan Frakes, known for his stellar work in Star Trek The Next Generation, is returning to direct an episode for Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. Described as a Hollywood murder mystery, Frakes promises it's his best work yet, raising the bar for the highly anticipated season. With Frakes at the helm, fans can expect a gripping narrative that evokes classic detective stories set against the backdrop of glamour and intrigue. Meanwhile, Alex Kurtzman confirms that Star Trek Starfleet Academy will be set in the 32nd century, building upon the established canon of Star Trek Discovery. Set in San Francisco, the largest set ever constructed for Star Trek, the Academy promises to provide a fresh perspective on life in the future, catering to both longtime fans and newcomers. With Tawny Newsome on board as a writer, the show is poised to explore uncharted territory, offering a unique glimpse into the world of Starfleet. But that's not all. Toby Haynes' upcoming Star Trek movie, rumored to be an origin story for the entire franchise, is generating buzz as pre-production gears up for a potential release in time for the 60th anniversary celebrations in 2026. And despite the ongoing struggles with development, Paramount is still committed to giving Chris Pine's Star Trek movies a proper send-off, with the flight attendant creator Steve Yockey now on board to pen Star Trek IV. While the Kelvin timeline movies may be facing challenges, the future of the wider Star Trek franchise shines brightly, with a diverse array of projects on the horizon. From thrilling mysteries to epic origin tales, there's something for every fan to look forward to as the journey continues across the final frontier. And that wraps up today's video update on all things Star Trek. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. As always, your input is valuable to us. What topics or aspects of the Star Trek universe would you like us to cover in future videos? Feel free to share your suggestions in the comments below.